Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Ann Plessis and I am a specialist wellness counsellor. Thank you all for making yourselves available to hear me out today and to hear what I want to talk about. I really appreciate it. Today I want to talk about COVID-19. Now, COVID-19 is a term we hear a lot of. It's a term we've read a lot about, and it's a term that's pretty much been everywhere the last few months. But how much do we actually know about COVID-19? Now, COVID-19 is a virus that is believed to have started or originated from a market in Wuhan, China. Up until December 2019, no one knew of or about this virus. So it's pretty new, and it's something that the world hasn't dealt with ever before in history. But what exactly is a virus? Now, viruses are small germs made up of genetic material and that are coated in protein. Now, viruses are everywhere. They are in mammals, they are in the sea, they are in the soil, they are literally all around us. Okay, they're everywhere. Now, no one really knows how much viruses there are in the world, but what we do know is that some viruses are zoonotic pathogens. And what I mean by that is they are viruses that can jump from animals to humans, like the coronavirus. Okay, now there are a lot of things that you can do to protect yourself against the coronavirus. Okay, things like keeping your immune system strong, things like avoiding social gatherings, avoiding physical contact with people, and keeping a safe distance from people, at least 6 feet. Those are some of the small things that you can do, or some of the things that you can do to help limit infection. Now, I want to focus more specifically on the immune system, because I believe the immune system is our best defense against viruses and bacteria. Now, how do we strengthen our immune system? Well, firstly, we need to try and keep our immune system healthy. Okay, so get enough rest or sleep, exercise, and eating the right foods. Number 2, limiting stress and managing your stress well, because stress depletes and really runs down the immune system. So while stress is unavoidable, try and do what you can to try and manage that stress. Okay? The third thing is movement. Okay, and what I mean by movement is exercise or yoga or stretching or various floor exercises. The immune system benefits from movement. Okay, so ensure that you do some form of physical activity to keep that immune system strong and healthy. Okay, and try and do that at least three times a week for at least 30 minutes at a time. The other thing you can do is eat foods that are rich in vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. Now, foods that are very, very rich in vitamin C include, kiwis, Brussels sprouts, oranges. There's a whole bunch of fruits that you can eat that are very, very beneficial, and it will help keep your immune system strong and healthy. Vitamin D, also very, very important. Okay, you can get vitamin D from cod, egg yolk, milk. Okay, those are foods very rich in vitamin D. And then zinc, also very, very good for the immune system. Now, zinc, when you can get from nuts, you can get from seeds, and you can get from meat. Now, these are all products or foods that we see around us all the time, but I think a lot of people don't know the benefits of it. Okay, so our best defense against a virus like a coronavirus is keeping that immune system strong and keeping it healthy. Okay, and these are things you don't just eat healthy for one day or for 1 week and decide for the next week, 3-4 weeks you're going to eat badly. It doesn't work like that, guys. It's all about consistency and routine. So make sure every day you are drinking enough water, you're eating enough fruits and vegetables, you are exercising at least thrice a week, you are resting, getting adequate sleep, and that you're also just managing your stress well. Very, very, very important. Now, the coronavirus is a very infectious disease, more so than the common cold and flu. Okay, but the good news is that 80% of people who do get coronavirus will have very mild symptoms, like a slight fever, fatigue, or a cough. It's only 6% of people that will require hospitalization. Most people will be able to recover quite quickly and quite easily at home without hospitalization or extreme medical intervention. Okay, now the coronavirus, people that are particularly vulnerable to it are people that have compromised immune systems, like people with diabetes, people that potentially have other ailments like heart problems, lung issues, and also young children that also have compromised immune systems. They are very, very vulnerable and can experience immense symptoms, or their symptoms of coronavirus will be aggravated. Those individuals may experience pneumonia or acute respiratory distress. Okay, so very, very important that we're careful around those individuals. Okay, and just take extra precaution around them and do as much as we can for them and ourselves to limit infection. Also, small things like disinfecting surfaces, washing your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds, or using an alcohol-based sanitizer. All very, very important things to do to make sure we limit infection. Okay, and as far as possible, avoid touching your face, your eyes or your nose or mouth. I know it's not easy, but those are the places where the virus enters our body. So make sure that you wash your hands or sanitize quite frequently throughout the day. Okay? How do we know when to call a doctor or when to see a doctor? If you are having flu-like symptoms and you've been into an area or region where there is a COVID outbreak, if you have flu-like symptoms and you are experiencing breathing difficulty or a tight chest, or you're wheezing quite a bit, or if you have any other symptoms that are quite severe and that's difficult to manage, that is when you go and see a doctor. Okay, don't go see a doctor or don't go to the office, rather phone through or get someone to phone on your behalf and tell the person on the other end of the line the symptoms you're experiencing, and then they'll recommend you what to do from there. But as far as possible, we don't want to put you into a place or into a sitting where you could expose others as well if you do in fact have the virus. Okay, so make sure when you do experience symptoms that are causing extreme discomfort that you call a health professional immediately, and they will refer you to the relevant person and tell you what to do from there. Now, coronavirus is spread when people sneeze, when people cough, and when people talk. They spread mucus and saliva, and if they are infected, you could also get infected. So it's very, very important to wear that mask at all times, particularly when you leave the house. Okay, very, very important. So guys, that was just a few of my tips on coronavirus. I hope you feel more educated. I hope you feel more knowledgeable. and I hope you know that a healthy immune system is the best defense against any virus and flu. Thank you so much for listening to me, and have a good rest of the day. Bye.